What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can...
Top 5 offensive linemen.
Woo!
Everybody's favorite.
This is a top 5 of how we see these players. If somebody said who are the top 5 best players at their position right now,
That was
all I'm saying,
sad
Twerk,
move,
not
Hayden.
Twerk. Dylan, I'm sorry, my child. He was off the list by a few.
So what is this? What is this?
What?
The Darion Christian Darrisaw?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if he got. I don't think he got any love. I don't know. I picked him.
I had him in my top 10.
So I don't know what everybody else did. I believe Hayden. So first of all, I think Hayden's starting it off. I don't know what the rest of the order is. I just saw who was. I just was telling the guys who's starting off. So Hayden will start off with offensive line. Don will start off with defensive line, and then we'll go down the list from there. I don't know what order everything is. I don't know how Hayden did his. I don't really know how Don did his. I didn't look too much into his notes because I wanted to be somewhat surprised with his. The way I did mine was I picked a left tackle, right tackle, guard, center, and right guard. That is how I did my top 5. I picked who I believe is the best in each of their positions, and then kind of just ranked from there in just overall performance. Again, I don't know what everybody else did. That's just what I did. So, Hayden, let's start off. And what the hell is... No, I'm kidding.
All right. So, at number 5, I got Andrew Thomas from New York. Andrew Thomas last year only allowed 4 sacks.
Which New York? The Buffalo, New York? The Giant, New York? The Jets, New
my.
York? You got to be specific here, brother.
The New York Giants. You
There
did
we
not
go.
just say the Buffalo, New York. Oh, my goodness. If you say New York, no one's going to think of the Buffalo Bills.
I do. Out of spite.
I do.
Out of spite.
But for me, one of the things that I looked at most was sacks, like how much sacks they allowed. Like, Sorry went based off of guards. I went based off of sacks. And Andrew Thomas and Creef Humphreys, I would nail them both at the same time and do a minute combined for them. Both of them allowed 4 total sacks last year. Andrew Thomas a couple years ago was I believe, a All-Pro and a Pro Bowler. And then, of course, Creed Humphrey last year only allowed 4 sacks. But his ability for Creed Humphrey specifically to help open up the middle of the field for Isaiah Pacheco is one of the best at the center position. He is now the best center with Travis Kelce, now retired. Legendary career. Y'all can't see Don's jersey for respect. I love it. The old lineman jersey. You gotta show respect to the big boys up front.
Bro, Jason Kelce literally doesn't need to buy anything else in Philadelphia ever again, bro. Like, straight up.
Did you see he was trying to convince Travis to buy the Eagles?
That's another topic for another day.
That is. But it is one of the best at the center position. And he was a Pro Bowler last year and the year before a All-Pro. So I got Creed Humphreys at 4, Andrew Thomas at 5. Number 3, I got Penny Sewell. He was a All-Pro for the Detroit Lions, the best offensive lineman on the Lions. And yes, they got a very good offensive line, but he was head there. And
he like a top O-line.
What?
I was saying Lions had like a top 3 O-line.
They do. Like, it's up there with Philly. I might rank him above Philly. I have to look.
How dare
all
you?
The O-line. You lost Jason Kelce, bro.
I don't care. He handpicked his replacement. That dude's nickname is 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝘲𝗀, and he was in Nebraska and eats nothing but corn and meat. We're fine.
The typical line meal.
That is a man that clearly will play in overalls if he was allowed to.
You're right. No, Penny Sewell is one of the best. Is a very good downfield blocker as well. Not the best. The best is yet to come for that stat. But overall, Penny Sewell had that pick was the best pick the Detroit Lions have made in their entire franchise history this decade. And I am on record saying that I think it's better than Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's better than Jahmyr Gibbs. That is going to be the best pick.
You praise the sun when you talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown in this household.
I'm sorry.
We here praise the sun in this household. Don't ever disrespect him like that again.
But I think that was the best pick they made because you secured one of the most important positions in football at the tackles because you are going to be protecting the quarterback on the outside, giving Jared Goff time to make the throws to Amon-Ra St. Brown to help get the holes open for Jahmyr Gibbs. Penny
And David
Sewell
Montgomery.
is everything the Lions wanted plus more because he can also catch the ball. If you remember from a couple years ago as well, versus the Vikings, gotta give credit to the big man for having hands because that's something you don't see in offensive lineman. And now at number 2, I got y'all guys' boy, Lane Johnson.
We're ranking off a touchdown catch.
What?
If we're ranking off a touchdown catches, Lane Johnson's over Trent Williams then, because Trent Williams ain't got no touchdown. Lane Johnson does.
Like I said, big man making moves, and that's what Lane Johnson does.
Pays
Not only does he get touchdowns, he gets you pancakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how good he is. But no, Lane Johnson gave up 0 sacks last year in the NFL. He is the
3
best
years
right tackle
in a
in
row.
the
3 years in a row.
Like I said, Sora can hype him up all day long. Don
It's not
probably
hype,
can
it's
too.
factuals.
He is the best right tackle in the entire league, the second best tackle in my opinion in the entire league. Because at number 1, I got Trent Williams, and Trent Williams last year was an All-Pro, 0 sacks allowed, and is the best downfield blocker in the NFL. He was a huge reason for Brock Purdy having time. He was the brightest spot on that offensive line for the Niners, especially the tackle position last year for the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, yeah. Did I forget to mention? He can block downfield and help CMC down the field, which is absolutely
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure all these guys can. Well, Andrew Thomas needs to be on the field first, but I'm pretty sure all
I was
these
about to
guys
say
can.
injuries are what's keeping him at 5. But with Trent Williams, it's like he's able to keep up with not fully keep up, but like downfield blocking. He's able to get down there for CMC and lay out some linebackers at the second level, lay out safeties trying to make a play, corners trying to make a play. So CMC can have these big 60, 70-yard runs or yards after the catch as well, like CMC does in open field. And that's is a big reason because of that is because of Trent Williams.
Okay. I mean, really the only one that I have here as kind of a is just Andrew Thomas, because yes, when he plays, he's, amazing, really good. He is a top tackle, but the dude needs to stay healthy.
Exactly. I was
The
bordering.
dude cannot stay on the field.
Yeah.
I would say as an honorable mention, yes, but
I gave him
you
the
can't really
benefit
block
of
for
the
your
doubt.
quarterback when you're sitting on the bench in a air
I-
cast.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt there because of the potential and what he has done so far.
Well, it's not even potential. He's shown he can do it. He just needs to stay on the field.
Exactly. It's just, that's why he's not higher than guys who have been showing what he has done at a top level and stayed healthy. I put him at 5 for that reason. But when he's on the field, he is up there with Lane Johnson and Trent Williams in the tackle position.
I will say I do like this of Trent Williams,
Ooh.
Quentin Nelson, Creed Humphrey,
Quentin Nelson had a
Lindstrom,
little.
and Tristan Wirfs.
Quentin Nelson isn't what he was.
Speaking of Wirfs, all right, never mind.
Ooh.
It's Dante's list. I thought it was Don's list next. Never mind. Wow, interesting. So Dante has Laramie Tunsil at number 5, Lane Johnson at 4. How dare he? Creed Humphrey at 3, Trent Williams at 2, and Penny Sewell at 1.
Ooh,
that one's interesting.
Very.
Too bad he's in the Caribbeans right now, because I'm just going to say, explain. I don't think it's bad. I just want him to explain.
you want explanation for number 4? I already
want
know.
Explanation. Yeah, no, I mean it's not that bad. It's pretty good. Anyways, Torque. Speaking of Wirfs, son of a one of these days I'm
trying so hard.
Nice try.
All right. So again, the way I did mine, I did it of tackle. I did a left tackle, right tackle. I mean, you can see right here. I did left tackle, right guard, center, and left guard.
Yes.
I mean, Joel Bitonio, that dude has been the bloodline for that entire Cleveland offense, especially with the amount of quarterbacks and running backs that had to go through the carousel. It was he is quite literally he's able to create lanes for no matter who's behind there. I mean,
Nick
dude has
Chubb
been an
success.
anchor. Dude has been an anchor for that entire Cleveland Browns offense for years. And he probably still got a couple of years left in him. So it's not. I don't think it's slowing down anyways. That dude is the blood and soul of that offensive line. Creed Humphrey, man, when I tell you the internal war I had of going between him or Tyler Linderbaum, it was even now I'm still questioning myself, but yeah, I mean, pretty much with everything Creed Humphrey has said, dude kind of came in and people were already saying he was the number one center, even with Jason Kelsey still there. And I mean, you kind of just look at it, especially with Isaiah Pacheco. Why can I not remember the other running back's name? Not Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Williams.
No, I thought it was somebody. Either way, again, same thing with Joel Bitonio. You could put any running back in there, and it will not matter. Again, downfield blocking will do what Jason Kelsey and Tyler Linderbaum will do the same thing of. He'll be downfield blocking for your running back or Mahomes or whatever. But to start off as pretty much your rookie season as a top 3 center, and people were saying that you have been the number 1 center, even when Jason Kelsey, who was the number 1 center, was still playing. Like, yeah, you have solidified yourself as the anchor for that Chiefs offensive line for pretty much the rest of your career.
You want to know the worst?
I hope you like Missouri, buddy.
You want to know the worst part? He is our Justin Jefferson for your guys. We took Josh Myers, the pick before him.
Oh, I was like, huh? I was like, what are you talking about?
He is our Justin Jefferson.
I was like, we had a center. What do you mean? Number 3, Zach Martin. Yes, he's a Dallas Cowboy. I'm an Eagles fan. I don't care. Dude is the best guard in the game. Dude can play left, right. It doesn't matter. Dude has been the bloodline for that Dallas Cowboys offense. Has protected Dak. Has helped Zeke become a top. Well, when Zeke was playing back in his prime, was able to be the anchor, the mainstead, help create Zeke, help pull the wool over our eyes with that guy. Because once the rest of Dallas's O-line went bad, except Zach Martin, it was bad. But you can always rely on Zach Martin. He always will be, he'll just be protecting all that stuff, run blocking. It doesn't matter. Dude is versatile. Dude is always playing, and it will be sad to see him go probably at the end of the season. I'll be happy on the inside, but I will have to pay respect to the legend because dude is a beast. Lane Johnson, kind of already been said enough. 3 years, no sacks. Absolutely pancaking your favorite defensive ends. Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa, doesn't matter. The only downside that I think keeps him away from being over Trent Williams is, there are some injuries that he has, which granted the dude is 35 years old. And it's also, which I'm just saying in general, some of the games he misses is just because of anxiety. I don't care about that. Take care of yourself, dude. Obviously, that's all that matters. So we're just going to mainly stick with injury wise. But when the dude is not in, it is a noticeable drop off. Because again, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, they won't be able to do anything. The second Lane Johnson is out, that's when you're going to actually see oh, hey, yeah, we do have those guys. Dude is a playmaker for the team. There's just no. Now that Jason Kelsey's gone, dude is the anchor. But it's just every time Lane Johnson is in, he just negates the edge. It's hard to get past him. Number 1, Trent Williams. I mean, nothing much to say. Both of these 2 guys that I just mentioned are both future first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, there's nothing. There's no debating that, which was kind of ironic. Trent Williams, had his ankle injury throughout the season, was out for a couple games, but once he was back, you noticed it immediately with San Fran's offensive line. You noticed that Purdy had more time. You noticed that there wasn't as much pressure. And not to mention, this dude is also the only one that had the 85, 84 in run and pass blocking, something along those lines. He was the only offensive lineman to have grades like that. So, which I think were the top in both passing and run blocking. So, yeah, it's Trent Williams at number 1.
Trent, just please keep your temper. That's all I ask. That's the one thing that is his only demise.
Yep. All right, that is mine. And now, speaking of Tristan Wirfs,
Hey, there you go.
wait,
Well, that's not the right names for
that
Don's
is not the
list,
right.
Huh?
Interesting.
All right, Don, what is your list?
but all right, I'm gonna surprise everybody.
Okay, I was just making sure that it wasn't. All right, yeah, go ahead, Don.
All right. First of all, I'll clarify how I did mine, just like Soar did. I did separate mine by going 2 tackles, 2 guards, and 1 center, but I didn't specify which guard, which tackle. Just picked 2. And since I missed doing my numbers so much, I got a lot of my information from PFF, so I can talk numbers. So it is ranked based on some of that as well, and some of my personal decision. So at number 5, yes, I have Joe Thuney, the guard. And he has centered himself as one of the NFL's best guards, providing basically flawless protection for Patrick Mahomes over the past 3 seasons, and earning himself first and second All-Pro nods the past 2 seasons. His 74.6 PFF grade overall in 2023 ranked him 9th among guards, and his 83.4 pass blocking led the position, number 1. He's, I would say, adequate to good run blocker, but he's made a name for himself more in pass protection, which with that offense, it's a must. He allowed just 4.6% pressure rate in 2023, and his 88.8 score pass blocking grade over the past 2 years is better than every other guard in the NFL. Love putting numbers in there, guys. At number 4, here's where the center fell. Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah.
There's probably not a Jason Kelce type center exactly left in the NFL. Rare blend of all the traits in an ideal center. But Linderbaum's frame and athleticism may be most like Kelce than anybody else in the league right now. He has tremendous athleticism for the position. He's a great downfield blocker. He uses his wrestling background to maximize his leverage and his hand fighting. In 2023, the former Iowa Hawkeye didn't allow a single sack and only gave up 15 pressures. And his protection allowed Lamar Jackson to navigate the pocket, find open receivers, and win an MVP. After 2 seasons in the NFL, it's easy to see why this guy was such a great draft pick for the Ravens. Number 3, I have my second of 2 guards, Chris Lindstrom. He had a slow start to his NFL career, but year after year of improvement, one of the best guards over the past 3 years. Former first-round pick, earned second-team All-Pro honors back-to-back years. He's the league's highest-graded guard since 2022.
Oh, I tried, Don, to fix it. I couldn't.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. He's a force in the run game, using his athleticism and physicality to create lanes. His pass blocking has improved, resulting in a 78.6 grade in 2023 and allowing only 15 pressures. All right, here's Sora's guy at number 2, tackle Tristan Wirfs.
Woo!
I pulled up, I saw your list. I saw that. I was like, all right, understandable. I could see that. And then I pulled up this and I was like, I don't see Tristan Wirfs here. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
know.
hold on.
Wirfs was so close to being
Something's
in my
not right.
top 5. I was debating it.
Yeah. Well, the Bucs' decision to move Wirfs from right to left tackle before the 2023 season raised a lot of questions about whether his performance would decline. But
No.
He recorded the second highest pass blocking grade among all offensive tackles and finished top 5 overall grade for the first time in his career. Good.
Boom.
Boom. And number
Mike
one.
Don just hit him with the.
Yep. Trent Williams, number 1. Future Hall of Famer, remains pretty much the gold standard at the position. He had another elite season in 2023 despite the ankle injury. He received a 92.5 PFF grade, ranking him second among offensive tackles last year.
Yes.
The only player at the position to earn a run blocking and pass blocking grade above 84.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yes, I knew you were close.
I was like, I couldn't remember.
Sounds like
I know it's. I was like, I know it's mid '80s.
Don was like, we're on the verge of greatness. We're this close.
Man,
Yep.
I guess. I was
Yep.
like, it's near 80. I know it is.
So that's my list. We'll have to get
We'll
that
have to
cleaned
we'll
up.
have to fix it. But yeah, so just to reiterate for Dawn, number 1, Trent Williams, 2, Tristan Wirfs, 3, Chris Lindstrom, 4, Tyler Linderbaum, and 5, Joe Thuney. I don't think that will affect this in any way.
No.
I
It
doubt
will
it.
not know. So our ECG list, number 5, Zach Martin, 4, Penny Sewell,
Former Badger.
3,
Woo!
Creed Humphrey, 2, Lane Johnson, and 1, Trent Williams. 1 and 2 were kind of expected to happen. I don't know. Did anybody else say Zach Martin?
Dante, I think.
No. Interesting. I was trying to see how Zach Martin was 5 and not what's his face, Tristan Wirfs, because he was at 2 and I had him at 3, but whatever. Actually, I think that would affect it. So
Yeah, it probably
all
will.
right. So we'll say ECG list: Tristan Wirfs 5, Penny Sewell 4, Creed Humphrey 3, Lane Johnson 2, 1, Trent Williams. All right.
Okay.